Yo, what up? I'm here to talk about one of the movies. Yeah, that's what I'm here to talk about. I don't know why I didn't say that, but I'm here to talk about this guy named Kirk. He's dumb. Are you done yet with it? Click. So the Dunkirk. I figured I would put this one as a priority for my review, so I didn't just have superhero movies in my thing. I wasn't just looking like I was beating that dead horse again. Sorry, horse. Hopefully, I'll add in a smack sound effect. But so Dunkirk, a movie from this guy named Christopher Nolan. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. I hear he made this movie called The Dark Knight. It's supposed to be pretty good, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time. And this one was a little bit different because I'm not so keen on war films. I'm not too hype on them. I'm not crazy about that stuff. But if you're going to bring a good story, and there's some good performances and it looks great, what's not to like, especially if there's some cool practical effects, which if you know me, you know that that's like what gets my rocks off. I like when they fake real shit. You know what I mean? Okay, too bad. Look it up. So this movie, I feel like this is how everyone's starting the review, but I don't want to start out with the negatives because I wasn't so crazy about this movie, honestly. Uh, this movie is technically one of the most impressive and jaw-dropping things I've ever seen in my life. There are things that they do in this movie with the camera that are just mind-blowing. Like, it's crazy that I was able to see the things they were showing me, because the first time these fucking planes show up, I'm like, my brain was like, that's not real, but it is, because I saw them do it, and that means it really happened. Like, it wasn't a computer going, it was real planes going. So that is really impressive. Anything that you can point at in this movie, go like, holy shit, that. All those things were like real, and all the effects are incredible. But that's it. That's all they got. That's them showing their willy. That was it. That big airplane flying around, that boat going. Because I can't name one character. I can name some things that happened to characters in this movie, but did I see any growth or any change? No, not really. I mean, this movie more came across as like almost a documentary in a way, but it almost did what it was, I think, trying to do, which is to be like an artsy war film that was trying to show that there is no one character. We're all in this together. We're all in this, and I really feel like it missed it by that much because I didn't give a fuck about any of these people or anything that happened to them because I expect them to die. Like I was ready for them to just get their heads blown off and for it to not make an impact on me because I was supposed to feel like I was a soldier just, moving on. But like not having anything and anyone to latch on to is what makes this movie so weak. I mean, I know I'm comparing it to the best of the best movies, but like Saving Private Ryan. Boom! Right there in the title. About this guy named Ryan. I don't know what about him, but there's this guy named Ryan. I already know a character's name. And I haven't seen that movie in years, And I'm not saying that I could name Tom Hanks. He would be Tom Hanks, or Vin Diesel would be Vin Diesel. But even Vin Diesel in Saving Private Ryan, his character is way more developed than anyone in Dunkirk. And maybe it's a bit of a cliche, but it was a twist on a cliche, even at the time. I mean, like, this movie, I just hear that there's this guy named Harry Styles, there's an old man who drives a boat, and that's about it. Like, I couldn't name one person, and that sucks. It really does. I mean, Bane, aka Tom Hardy, he was a person. Like, he did cool stuff. Like there was the neat thing with his airplane gauge being broken. He's like, look at the chalk. It's like, that's cool, I guess, but other than that, the best way to put it is this movie left me fucking hungry, you know what I'm saying? I was like, no, I'm not. Yo, where's the parfait? I'm ready to start this shit. I just felt like this movie was just a lot of bread and butter, you know? Like, it's Nolan doing what he does right, but there was no main course, and there was definitely no fucking dessert. And this is one of the strangest experiences ever, because it's great but it's not, and it's not but it is, because there's no denying that technically what is done in this movie is incredible. It's absolutely amazing, but there is absolutely nothing that makes me want to go rewatch this again, because to get the awesome experience I had, I would have to see it on an IMAX screen, and that was $20, and the lack of story, the lack of character really doesn't make it really worth watching. I mean, I heard someone say that this is the movie that your dad would fall asleep watching after watching golf. And it really is one of these things that sums it up. I mean, I think that there's some people who are going to fucking love this, but there's other people who are just going to be like me, who are going to be like, yo necesito más. Like, give me more, man. And I can't believe I'm about to do this, but I give this like a 6.5 out of 10. Feels weird. I really liked it a lot. Like, there's stuff in this, like, I could say I genuinely loved, but overall, as a film and a artistic piece of the cinema, this almost failed. It was this close to being like, woo, that sucked, like, real close. But there's a lot of stuff that's nicely done. If I could have talked to Nolan and what I would have wanted them to do instead, if they would have focused on the guys on the boat a little bit more and made them the primary focus, and found a way to develop their characters more and make us care about them, that could have been really interesting. But like, when these characters, were about to drown and shit, it's like, I don't know this guy. Why do I care? I don't know you. This looks sick. Like, you're about to drown. This looks scary as fuck and is awesome. But like, I don't fucking know you. Who are you? And just to end this on a positive, this isn't going to go without any merits. Like, the sound in this is incredible. I mean, like, it never stops. There's a lot to that tick sound, and lots of booms, and really nice music. I mean, Hans Zimmer, always there to, like, take his check to the bank and do a good job. But this, to me, was Christopher Nolan paint by numbers almost. They needed a better script. Nolan, he has the vision, and this movie is fantastic in a lot of ways, but it doesn't give you the experience that you expect from a movie. And I'm the first person to defend art films and stuff like that, but even as an art film, like, art films still develop their characters to a certain degree, and there was no one who was developed. And one character guess they thought was the most interesting, because it's, based in fact. Spoilers, he dies, and I think that was like Christopher Nolan's way of going, I see how historically accurate this is. I found like this old ass newspaper, and this guy was mentioned, so I put him in the movie and killed him. Isn't that great? It's like, no, it's not. Because I don't know who the fuck that is. But thanks for watching. I'm done.